Today we're starting a brand new series on Grandma Sims, and the rules are simple. It's one kit, one room, no packs. We're kicking it off with the Country Kitchen Kit, and honestly, I think starting in the kitchen is the most me thing I could do. So let's see if we can build a warm, functional family kitchen using only this kit. But to tell you right now, I'm going to be using the Country Kit and the Kitchen Clutter Kit. Um, the Country Kit just doesn't give you enough, and obviously the Kitchen Clutter Kit goes in the kitchen. So we're actually going to be doing two kits in this kitchen. I like, obviously, if you know me, I like starting with the kitchen just because I feel like it's the heart of the home. And this one was kind of a challenge because this is the Country Kitchen Kit and Kitchen Clutter. But this home is not a country home per se. It is a family home. So I felt the kitchen was going to fit in okay. So to kind of force that decision of the country kitchen fitting in, I went very neutral with the colors. The greens and the yellows and the blues that are in this kit, do scream country or farm, more Hedford on Bagley. So by keeping it in neutral colors, I feel like I managed to fit it in with a family home instead of a country home. So we are starting today, and I am going to go through every kit I can, every kit I own, every kit I can get my hands on until this house is done, and show you what you can do with just base game and a kit. The whole house is base game. The walls are base game, and so are the floors. And again, what I did with the walls is I kept them very neutral. This is just a very neutral beige. I had thought about going a neutral gray, but I think that's gone with the wind per se, the gray. So went with this beige, and just trying to figure out. I knew what kind of layout I wanted. And right now, the way it is, I have the country kitchen in there, but I am very not happy with that sink. I really wanted the sink over on the island part. So I was actually very lucky and very happy to find out that the Kitchen Clutter Kit came or does come with its own sink, which made my day. There are a lot of things in these kits that we're not going to see. These two kitchen kits, they don't have any rugs. They don't have any curtains or anything like that. So it can feel a little lacking but I think we filled it up with enough clutter that it still does feel loved in without those things. I'm not gonna, because it's one kit, one room. I could very easily just put in some base game curtains or rugs. I decided not to do that because I wanted to stay true to the kits, which is what I like. The kits. I know a lot of people don't like the kits, but I do, and I want to show that you can actually make a whole room for your Sims that feels cozy and loved and lived in, and and that it works. And that if you have base game and you need to decide which kit you would like to pair with your base game, I'm really hoping this is going to help you do that. Obviously, Country Kitchen is going to give you the appliances. It does give you a sink, even though I didn't like that sink. It does give you a sink, and it gives you the cupboards and a flooring. I also believe there is a wallpaper that comes with this kit that I chose not to use because it was, I believe it's a brick wallpaper, and it didn't fit the vibe of this family home. So I put this corner cupboard in. It does leave some gaps in the back here, and I'm just filling those in. I didn't want any more glitching with the counters and things like that, so I literally just filled in the holes that was left by putting that counter on the corner like that. Still completely functional. It worked great. It works great. So no problems there. Lucky to see that we did get artwork in this one and lots of it, so it's very easy uh, to you know put something on the walls. Now it does also come with this backsplash. I chose not to use it, but I think that could really help. Also, I think if I had done it in that side pantry room, the backsplash, I think that would have been okay. But I literally just kind of chose to keep everything neutral. Now you're going to see I am just pulling out because all the big stuff is in now. So we have our counters in, uh, cabinets, and our appliances. This makes this is a functional kitchen. You can leave it as is, and your Sims are going to work in it perfectly fine. So, what turns it from a functional kitchen to a family kitchen is going to be the clutter. It's going to be the things that get used every day. If you look around your own kitchen, what do you have sitting on the counters? Um, or your parents' house where you grew up, what did your mom always have hanging out? That's what we're going with. I do love this sink. There's a dirty, I think, a fork in there and a scrubby pad, and I do love that. Um, I'll fix, yes, obviously cereal on top of the fridge, and you'll see it's in the wrong place, but I will fix that. Eventually, I'm just gonna pull everything out because I was kind of pull it out and arrange it and pull it out, and then I decided let's just pull it all out and arrange it later. I just love the dirty dishes in that sink. That's awesome. Um, and these are two really, really good kits. These two, separate or together. Obviously, you can't make much with the clutter kit, but it enhances the other kit. And I think it takes it from Country Kitchen to something that would fit in almost any home. So you don't have to go, oh, country kitchen. I don't want a country kitchen. You don't have to have a country kitchen. If you go with neutrals and bring your colors in somewhere else, it doesn't look like a country kitchen anymore. Looks like a functional family kitchen, which is perfect. So it's a really good use of this pack. Obviously, when you do a farm or a country house, go with the colors. Embrace the greens and the blues, and especially those yellows, because that is going to scream country kitchen for you, if that's the direction you want to go. If not, like I said, do what I did here and go neutral. The other thing I had thought about doing and I did not do is I have half wall, obviously holding my counters in here over by the sink. Uh, but this could also be an opportunity to use um, the bar counters in still in that configuration. But then you could put, seating there, and these packs didn't come with a seat, so let's hope that because the living room is just adjacent to the kitchen. It would have had to come in a living room pack or something like that, and I haven't looked to see if it did, so I will look when we start doing the living room. Would hate to put the counters there and then no seating for them. Some of the objects in this pack, the kitchen clutter pack, are wonderful and definitely are usable. The children's little lunchbox there, I love that piece for the kiddos. And then the shopping bag, obviously. And you can click on that and order your groceries. Now you can, right there, if you pause, you can see that the country kitchen refrigerator and the kitchen clutter refrigerator next to each other, and you could use that kitchen clutter refrigerator with all the designs and the magnets on it, and the drawings, kiddo drawings. The reason I chose to use the country kitchen one is because it does match the stove and oven. But there is an extra refrigerator that can give you another option, which is really, really great. So now I have everything pulled out of the catalog, and now I'm arranging things so you can see things floating. There's that little lunchbox for the kiddos. We love that. It works great. And then these two clutter items are about baking cookies or something. I thought those go good together. Some spoons for, mixing in your mixing bowls, whatever cookies you're making here. I'm thinking probably oatmeal raisin cookies for me, or a good sugar cookie. It is hard to find a good sugar cookie. Some people just think, it's a sugar cookie. You don't have to do much, but trust me, you do. There's definitely a difference in sugar cookies. Making sure that I leave enough counter open, and I did play test, so that the Sims can use the counter for cooking, because they do need one. And there are, I just have to get this in the right spot. There are a couple counters here that they can use, and they don't complain. Most of the clutter is in this back room. Now, if you get this house and you want to do more than just the kits, I'm imagining that this back pantry could have some, other appliances or something that we don't have in these kits. I didn't know if I should use this table. It's on wheels. It's one of those wheelie island thingies that you can get. But in the end, I did use it just because if this was a kitchen, it came with the house, it's a little dated, but, the Sims that live here wanted to do a little updating, so they bought this cart to go with the rest, to go in the kitchen, update it that little bit. And it fits in. It fits in with the kitchen, fits in with the story. So don't be afraid to mix and match these two kits. They work together, and they really, really do. We're going to have a lot of fun with this series, so I hope you hit that subscribe button and like, so you get notified when another one comes out. These will be coming out on Wednesdays, and then you'll see all the kits. Build kits. I shouldn't say you'll see any of the cast kits, because you probably won't. But you will see the build kits, and you'll see how we furnish this house. It'll be great. Really, really looking forward to this, and really hope you come along for the ride. All right. With our first country kitchen kit finished, I really love how this turned out. It feels warm, practical, and like a real family kitchen you can play in. If you enjoyed this series, like I said, let me know, and I will see you for the next kit. Remember, keep it creative, keep it cozy, and I'll see you next time.